no pets, no pets were harmed in the making of this episode.
Jesus.
Is that what they say?
It's so early in the recording for all of this.
No pets were harmed in the making of this episode. We'll put that at the jump.
Hey community, it's Auntie Marko from the Relationshit Podcast. What's brewing today?
Pets being eaten in Ohio?
Shannon Sharpe goes live.
And Beyonce Snubbed. F the CMAs. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report. Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dewan.
And it's Auntie Whiskey.
Hey.
I felt like,
With
since Beyonce launched Sir Davis, I gotta get on my whiskey
that's
shit
right.
these days.
I know that's right. With the beer too, drinking all that whiskey, got that beard extra full.
Yeah, she's butch these days.
I know that's right. Al. What's up, Marko? How you doing, boo?
Hi, hunties. How are you? I'm good.
Doing well. Always good to see you.
Good
And
seeing you.
Henny's still out in these streets, these European streets and lakes and oceans and streams and waterfalls and TLCs and
All that shit. Rocking the boat like Aaliyah, all that shit.
baby. I'm like, damn. All them Speedo pictures him and Fizz taking. I'm like, go ahead, baby. I know that's right.
I love this. Living La
Listen,
Dolce Vita.
They need to get it in because they're going back to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Get it all in.
Right, though.
Soak it
You're
up.
right.
Get as dark as you possibly can. Get all them
Yeah.
tan lines because, baby,
Yeah.
when you get
They're
back,
going back to the dreariness. Winter here.
Every time I have to go to Seattle for work, I always get to see Jarrell. But every time I sit down and complain for 20 minutes, where I'm like, how do you live here? Like, this is the ghetto. I don't understand it.
I ain't been up there yet. They keep reminding me of that, but I ain't been up there yet.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, Seattle is cute in the summer.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's cute in the summer.
It's fine.
But this time to when? To like April, May? No, ma'am.
No.
It's,
No, man.
And I usually go in January and July. And let's just say I have not found either one of them to be fun, but July I definitely prefer more than January.
So you're saying you're not moving to Seattle anytime soon?
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
Mm-mm. No.
Well, Henny should be back next week. We'll see. Maybe he'd be like, we need one more week. So who knows? But she should be back next week. We miss you, boo. So hey, bring us back a souvenir. Bring us back a European man or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't want no
Like,
souvenirs.
tea,
You can
please.
keep that stuff.
He said, keep the souvenirs.
Do you like bring souvenirs back for people, or do you like do
No.
souvenirs anymore when you travel?
Like
travel.
for the longest, my brother used to be like, bring me back something. But like, I'm like, what do you want? But I think for him, it's just to know that you're thinking of me over there and bring me, so, but
That's
I haven't done that in
selfish.
a while. Yeah. That's that baby boy
Right.
energy.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
That youngest.
That's so Leo of
That's
you.
so selfish.
He's a Capricorn, so I don't know what that
Yeah.
means. I don't
Oh,
know.
you're a
I'm a
Capricorn.
Leo.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say,
not
yeah.
a Capricorn.
Oh,
My
yeah.
brother's a
Oh,
Capricorn.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they
so I
are
usually-
selfish.
Super. I usually try
Jarrell.
to bring something back for like my coworkers. Like I got like a team, so I'll bring them back something small. And then I have a niece, so I usually try to bring her back something too. But
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's about. I have a couple of nieces and nephews, but I try to bring them something back. But yeah, no, I'm usually like I'm spending all this money on me while I'm out here.
It gets
Honey.
Sorry,
it gets
that word.
expensive if you trying to like bring stuff back for people. And then traveling as it is, like it's such a hassle with the baggage anyway. Like
Yeah,
for me as an example, like when I travel, even if I'm gone for like several weeks, I try not to pack a bag that has to be checked. And
Sure.
the last thing, and so my little carry-on, well, my backpack and my carry-on little rolly bag,
Be packed to the gills.
Packed.
Yeah,
So
baby.
There ain't no room. There ain't no room
No.
for any kind of tchotchkes or booklets or chocolates or
No.
none of that
Keychains.
stuff.
Keychains.
No.
Just get everybody a keychain.
No,
Right.
I'll pass.
Yeah. For a while, like my dad used to collect mugs, and even that he's kind of stopped, and that's maybe even been that might even been a decade or 15 years now. Like so,
Right.
yeah. No, I haven't bought any. And Corey and I used to try to be like, okay, let's find one thing that we both like, maybe a piece of art or something like that of the travels, and we haven't even done that in a while.
Yeah.
So long-winded answer to say no.
Yeah. Even like the refrigerator magnets. I remember like in the 1900s.
Right.
In the 1900s.
Yes, I like that.
that used to be the like a thing that could be a cute
Yeah.
little thing that people can do for themselves to like bring something back of their travels and whatnot. And then next thing you know, you look and every time you close a refrigerator too hard, you got 15 things popping off. You're like,
All on the floor.
I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore.
Well, now with these stainless steel ones, they don't be sticking no more unless you got a
No.
white refrigerator.
Mhm.
I don't
No,
know
man.
her.
No, what is that?
What is that? In the words of Needy, let's go find you a home. Girl, put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home.
Yeah, that's enough.
I was talking
But yeah.
to Adam, and he went to Chicago for like a week and a half or something like that, and I was like, what seat? Where did you sit? And he goes, in 34F, and I was like, they have those?
He said in the plane go back that hard.
They had Adam sitting on the back wheels.
I'm like,
Funny.
you should have let me book your travel because at least you would get some benefits. God damn.
Jesus.
I know that's right. That's too funny. Well, community, I mean, at this point, I assume you know who Marko is, but if not,
Yes.
maybe that's rude of us. Marko's from Relationshit Pod, if you don't know, with him and his
Yes.
hubby. And I hear you guys have a new season. Is it dropping this week? Did it drop this week?
Literally dropped on the 11th. Yes, September 11th.
Today, yeah.
Yep.
There we
Could have picked a
go.
better date, but
Minor detail.
but
Minor detail.
yeah, we just dropped season 10 on September 11th. So super exciting to get the microphone back in our faces.
I know that's right.
And I know the
that's
community, like a lot of the community knows a lot about y'all and whatnot. But just for those who are listening for the first time, tell them a little bit about your podcast and what they can expect.
Yeah, thank you. It is a gay look at traditional relationships and values. My husband, Tony, and I have been together for 15 years, and then this year married for 8. And so we just try to get on the microphone, talk about common relationship and or dating issues, talk about them from our perspective, and then kind of bring in some of the experts or people with input or feedback on the topics to kind of like walk us through like certain topics and situations. So, we have an episode on like how to fight properly, which I think everybody in a relationship should listen to.
Baby.
That's a true statement. That's
We
a
talk
true
about
statement.
other things like
It's like put that
lube.
shit on repeat.
Yeah. But yeah, we have other episodes about like lube and sex positions and other family friendly things like how to deal with each other's families and stuff like that. So all over the place in terms of
And your guests be
relationships and
cute. That'd be a lot of eye candy on your little
It
podcast
sure
over
do.
there. I'm like, huh?
yeah,
So,
they have to
dude.
give me a
How do you
8 by
resist?
10 of a headshot before I can
Of the
book your
booty
flight.
hole.
Yeah,
He said, how you think we've been married 8 years? How we keep it spicy?
we still together. Yeah. Yes.
You lost anyone that was after a millennial, you lost them right there.
right. We still
I
like,
know.
they like,
I
what is
know.
that? What is
I
that?
know.
What kind of throwback bullshit is that?
Right. Oh, wait, hold on. It's another 40 and above episode.
Yeah, Mama, you ain't
It's
got
another
my
damn.
age
The
out there
community like,
that.
damn, y'all
But
ass
yes.
is old as shit.
Yeah. I turned 40 in May.
Yes, had a big
Yeah.
old extravaganza.
Yes.
It was
Wizard of Oz
So
thing,
good.
Emerald City.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
And
still
she was
mad
the
we
belle
missed
of the
that.
ball. It was so much fun. That venue
I
was super
know.
cute. The cocktails were flowing. The music was pumped. It was a fun time.
It was fun. Every picture I look at from there, I'm like smiling from like ear to ear. Like I just had like the most fun of my entire life. It was really fun. It was such a great time.
As you should.
I had friends and family and some coworker, everybody. It was just great. It was really, really fun. I enjoyed it.
And I was loving like the homage to Andre Leon Talley with the overcoat. And so we're gonna have to get a picture and post it so people can know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
my
Yeah,
initials
no, it was
are
dope.
MACC, so I threw the Mac Gala,
Ow.
and I had the theme was Emerald City Eleganza because my birthstone is emerald, so I wanted like a Wizard of Oz Emerald City theme. I wanted that scene from The Wiz, the "You've got to be seen, green,
Yes.
wouldn't be caught dead." Red. So I wanted like that whole scene, like I wanted that entire thing.
Yes,
So, yeah, so
absolutely.
everyone showed up, it showed out, and it was fun. It was a really good time.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we're also on the cusp of gray sweatpants season, by the way, gentlemen.
Yes,
I saw
we
someone
are.
post that today. I was like,
My favorite
you know
holiday.
what? You're right.
Yes.
It's like it is getting a little chill in the air.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a whole, we had the whole like bratty summer, and now it's like throw that shit away and get back to the basics. Like,
Baby. Period.
keep them underwears off and put them gray sweatpants on and get to walking. Let's give us a show, baby.
Said, shorty swing my way.
Hey, so look good to me.
Ooh.
That would
Would
That's
you please?
honestly fall
swing it
here
over
in the city,
here,
at
shawty.
least
Ooh, baby. Period.
fall, at least here in my neighborhood, is wonderful
It
because
probably
first of
hit
all,
different. And you up there with the
Baby.
Dominicans.
exactly, and
Lord.
it's heavily populated now. Where a lot of where y'all out there in the community live, it might not be as heavily populated. I mean, you might live in a cute little cul-de-sac, or you might be in an apartment building, whatever. But when you walk out your streets, ain't nobody there. But when I walk out of the streets, baby,
It's true.
you join in a concert, and so
I'm jealous.
just walking to the subway, which is like 4 blocks from my home, like the my camera be getting a workout.
Yeah.
You be looking. You be like, ooh.
The cacophony of cocks that be out.
The company of Fox and they sweatpants. Woo.
Yes.
Woo. It's that season again. Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. Yes. And it's also getting to be cuffing season. So community, get you a new boo for the wintertime, cuddle up, put you on some Netflix and chill till the springtime.
Yeah. March 1st.
and let us know how it is. Send some pictures.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's see here. Do we jump into it? Because community's already
Yes.
been like, oh, can't wait for y'all to talk about this.
Let's just get it over with.
Whoo, Jesus. Well,
Because I don't want to
y'all-
spend a lot of time on this, but we got to at least acknowledge the situation.
There's a lot of acknowledgement. So last week was finally the debate that the world's been waiting for.
And low key,
it-
I'm surprised it actually happened. Because
Yeah, we
even
were
last week, we were like,
We
we
were
don't
like,
know.
maybe
Is
it
this
won't.
gonna-
Yeah. And it happened. And it was everything we thought it was going to be and more. Like everything we thought it was good ass TV.
Yeah.
It was good ass TV from the jump. From when Kamala said, "My name Kamala Harris." She did that shit on purpose. Say
Nice
my
to meet
name.
you.
Say my name correctly, Playboy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from the first question, shit like
Shots fired.
Shots fired. A lot of questions not really answered on both sides. I will say that
Wait.
they're very political in that regard.
Not even a lot. Most questions. Because I feel like low key, I don't know if y'all saw like the rules of, that they both had to agree to and whatnot. And part of it was that there was no opening statements. So
Right.
basically, in my opinion, they took every single question as an opportunity to give a portion of whatever they were going to say as part of their opening statement.
Grievances.
They were like,
said
Kamala.
grievances.
Kamala, where were you born? Well, I'm the president. vying for the president of the United States, and here is my policy on this. And
for my opportunity economics, I want to do.
I was like,
I know that's right, bitch.
What? Just ignore all the questions and just say what you got to say. Because honestly, we don't really care what questions they ask. We just care about what you were going to say and how you were going to interact with one another.
I personally cared about how she was going to respond to them because I'm tired of this fake ass narrative that like everybody's like, we don't know who Kamala is, and so we really need to learn who she is. And I was like, as though she wasn't vice president for the past 3.5 years and also a presidential candidate before that.
Exactly.
But whatever, no, go ahead. Like, you don't know who she is, so let her reintroduce herself, right?
Like I only got Google.
Like, come on. Like, so I really did want for her to like get there and be like, policy, bam, background story, bam, like how much I hate this man, bam. So I was very excited that
how much I hate this motherfucker.
What she really wanted to say when she paused as she was looking at him,
baby. She called herself
former president.
She said, "I'll show you, black hole."
She said, "Oh my God!" And you can see her scrolling through her Rolodex of words in her head. She was like, "Oh, come up with one that is appropriate for this news network."
Yeah, I've never been on a debate team, surprisingly, because I love to talk. I love to talk. It really does. I was in figure drawing in tennis.
Figure drawing? I don't know what figure drawing is.
Drawing actual figures. Yeah, I was taking collegiate classes in figure drawing on spare time in high school.
Cute.
So
right on brand.
She clearly didn't have time for debate.
And he didn't like the outfits. So.
But I am just not just with this particular thing, but also with this particular thing. I'm just astonished at how much information people have stored in their heads about all different kinds of things, from policy to, political, like regulatory issues to, like social issues to like actual facts and figures, and to be able to cogently pull that out of the brain and deliver it at least on one side of the table in a cogent kind of manner. That is just, and to not have any note cards, any prompts, any kind of assistants or aides or whatever, no staff.
Right.
That is just, that in and of itself is an actual feat.
Yeah. Because like you said, Marko, they're saying, "Oh, we don't know her," so she knew she had to be like overly prepared,
right,
and know everything. So I appreciate, like they were saying, like she took like a week and just that's what she was doing for the last week, which I appreciate shit like that, because that's probably something I would have done. But like, no, home, like don't text me this week. I ain't doing shit but preparing, because y'all asses ain't going about to punk me out here. I can tell you that.
Right.
So I appreciate that, especially when it's compared to what was on the other side of the stage, Mr. Citrus Plus over there, that looked Mr. Mandarin Orange.
Everybody was tweeting, first of all, why is it that his foundation shade is darker than the actual black woman on stage? That sent me.
And why was his, like, it looked like he was like drooling and his nose was leaky, and I was like, what is going on? Why are you spitting?
He visibly looked not just bothered, and yes, old, yes, bothered, but he looked visibly distraught. Like from the very beginning through the entire debate, even if you take the sound away, you never saw the whites of his eyes. His eyes were always squinted. His hair looked like he was ready for an update at the salon. And then
looking like two pieces of paper on top of one another.
And then it literally looked like he walked through like a Cheeto cloud, because it was like orange bronzer in like the most peculiar kind of places, but then like the edges and the rims around like his face were like pasty white. It was just, it was, and even the way that his physical stature, that he was all like hunched over, kind of like Oscar the Grouch. It was just very noticeable.
Kamala it might be the best. Let me think here. It might be the best baiting I've ever seen of him out of anyone. Because the way she did it, it wasn't just like, I'm picking on you. I'm going to throw these facts out. I'm going to veil it a little bit that I'm picking on you. Give you a zinger. Come back to my opportunity economics. And then like throughout from jump, she knew how to bait him so perfectly that he was off the rails from jump. And she knew exactly where to hit him. He hates being called weak. He hates his crowd sizes. He hates that he got fired by 81 million people. Like, that was a fire-ass line. I was like, damn, I wish I wrote that one.
Even his facial expression when she said that, it like you tell that stung.
Well, because what was funny about that moment in particular is he was trying to brag about how many votes he had gotten, and he was like, "I had gotten like over 60 million votes," which everybody was like, "It's the most votes that anyone has ever gotten." And then she let him finish. She was very demure, very mindful, and she came back and said, Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people, and he was not prepared for that.
I wasn't prepared either because I was like, damn.
I was like, oh my God, the secondhand embarrassment I have for this man right now.
None. It was none. I experienced none of that. I was like, get her, Jade. Get her, Jade.
And low key, shout out to Lizzie Davis too. She got her little zinger with her check back too. She said, "No, that ain't it." Blah, blah,
That's
blah,
not right.
Next question. Right. I was like, "Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for checking this motherfucker in real time."
And can we just give a quick shout out to the moderators of the debate, because they, like, we've seen debates with him before, and they have been off the rails, and they kept it smooth, they kept it streamlined.
For the most part,
for them,
better than the others. Getting frustrated a couple times.
It was a solid B+ effort. Like, it was solid B+. Like, like they did a really good job of trying to like keep it contained, not let him say too much shit. And then when he was just lying his ass off, like, you know, like people are out here eating dogs. They were like, that has actually been confirmed to not be true. People are not killing babies at 9 months.
After they were born.
After they were born. Motherfucker, that's called murder, ho.
In every state.
In every state.
Like, come on, like, what are you talking about? I will say, though, the thing that really, really tickled me is when he said that illegal aliens are getting transgender surgeries in prison.
Baby, the internet is going nuts.
I was like, you ain't got to go to Tijuana anymore. You can just go to Rikers.
You just Damn. That's what I've been missing.
Which jail is this?
Honey.
I'm like, they don't even feed them well, but you could go get a BBL in there. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Get all the hormones you need in jail, ho. Like, it's so wild. Like, it's honestly, you can't even write this though. That's the wild thing to me. It's like, no one can make a character this wild believable on a TV show.
No.
Because you'd be like, no motherfucker's ever gonna say that shit. That's like too far-fetched.
I cannot wait for SNL to come back.
I'm really glad that the most of mainstream media and even some of the fringe media is starting to pick up on the bullshit that they've been feeding into for like these last, literally for the last 8 years. Number one, they stop beating around the bush when it comes to actually saying this motherfucker is lying. This is not a untruth. This is not a whatever. Right. No, nigga, you lying. This did not happen. It would never happen. There's no documentation of this, and you don't have any proof. None. So like, I love the fact that like finally we're getting to a place where we're just calling a spade, and people are like done with like this, I'm gonna beat around the bush and play like nice politics. No, like, it's time to like take the gloves off. And we saw a lot of that. last night.
Yeah.
Even his cohorts on Fox News got up this morning and was like, that was a disgrace of a performance.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him, and he did not show anything presidential like what we were hoping for. And then did you guys see the tweet that he put out about how he's not going to do the quote unquote rematch? Did you see that tweet?
Mm-mm.
I didn't. I don't be foul.
No.
Nothing that pop up from him.
So he tweeted.
The only thing I see in tweets are dicks and buttholes. So
Same.
Ooh, okay.
Even when I be trying to find other shit, I get distracted.
Right.
He said,
and I might say a little 90 Day Fiance, but that's about it.
That's about it. I see like iPhones and dick and ass.
I love this for you. He said, in the world of boxing or UFC, when a fighter gets beaten or knocked out, they get up and scream, I demand a rematch. I demand a rematch. Well, it's no different with the debate. She was beaten badly last night. Every poll has us winning. In one case, 92-8. So why would I do a rematch?
Is she actually asking for a rematch?
She said that she would gladly debate him again in October. Because they were supposed to debate again in October. She getting a little bit too big for her bridges.
Don't do it because she gains nothing from that.
No,
there's nothing she gains from that.
No.
At all.
No.
Yeah.
No. Whoever on that team. No.
No.
Yeah. It's not worth it. There's no, I mean, but for entertainment of the American peoples, there's really no benefit to her in her presidential run to do this ever again.
No, not against him.
And
here's on a serious note, like, and I know our podcast, our listeners, is probably like 98% of them are voting for Kamala, and maybe there's a couple that are undecided. You know, I don't know. Maybe there's more. I don't know what the split is. But for those that are undecided and are leaning to tropical mango, there was a lot of things in this debate that were unsaid that says a lot. When they ask direct questions about like Ukraine and things like that, that tells you the answer of what's going to happen and the chaos that's going to ensue on this world if he's elected. Also, he threw his vice president, the second vice president that he's thrown underneath the bus, again last night, where he said, we haven't discussed that, and I don't know what he's talking about. That means y'all ain't even on the same motherfucking page.
Yeah.
So that's scary to me.
Loop.
Like, it's just like
plausible. He lives in plausible deniability.
Yeah.
When it came to Project
2025.
2025, I wanted to say 22. Project 2025.
He's like,
I never read it. I don't know the people involved with it. I never heard of it. It's not.
It's like, nigga, VP is on the board.
He's on that private plane with the author of it. Like, come on, like. And
then also it showed you how easily baited he can be. If someone could get on a debate stage for 90 minutes and bait you the entire time, what do you think Putin is doing? What do you think North Korea is doing? What do you think all these dictators are doing? Because he wants to do the same thing, and they are just baiting him along this entire time. So, like, just pause for a second. And truly just, like, think about this stuff. Because I get the ego gets involved. I get it. Maybe you part of that 0.001% that's just so rich that you're going to get richer when you're under it. I get it. However, there's some real consequential shit that happens. And it's going to happen to your family, too, when shit hits the fan when he's easily baited by these countries. So that's the big thing. It's like, it's a serious thing. I know, like, we had a field day with the internet. The internet was on fucking fire.
And still.
But there's some real shit that came out of this debate where you're like, whoa, what he did not say says a whole ass lot.
What I appreciate, because, like, Kamala just literally, like, laid into him, was like, you really think these people are your friends? Dog. And then laughed because it was so hysterical. Like, the level of delusion, like, that he thinks that Putin is his best buddy and they about to rock the world together. No, you getting played.
Yeah.
And you falling into that shit because
Yeah.
your
you
ego is
ain't
bigger than
about
your
to be
intellect.
around.
Right.
He is such a pick-me, which is like the craziest thing in the world. Like, he is a pick-me. Like, he literally just wants for people to like him. He wants to be picked. He just wants for everybody to, like, he just wants to cozy up to them so that he could be like, look, him, you see him? That's my friend. But, and they're like, we only like you because we only like you because you can get us beer. We're not your friend.
It is that energy. It is that energy.
Yeah.
Another zinger that was like another low key zinger. How she just played this shit when she said, "Yeah, them niggas at your own school said they don't like your economic plan."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, I went to that school and that shit took me out." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah. She killed it.
Well, we have some concepts. We have some ideas, but I'm not president yet.
Of an idea,
but you were.
Concept plan, baby. You was a whole ass president. You was the whole ass president for 4 of them years. And then you had 3.5 more years to come up with some more shit. And you still only on concept level?
Baby.
But the moderator calling him out and saying, but you've had 9 years and you're saying you don't have a plan. That's what
he said, I got a concept.
That's what sent me. She said, you had
that's
9
how
years.
you know you ain't fearful for your job. You got to have moderators that be like, if I got to lose my job, it is what it is. And she was close. She was close.
Yeah.
They weren't all the way there because there's a couple times where they didn't even like re-ask the questions that they were trying to start to ask. So I'll be like, hold on, no Playboy. No, they just need some. They need some folk that ain't scared to lose their ABC job.
Yeah.
She
did it.
Honestly, they knew what the assignment was this time around. It's like it doesn't make any sense to be playing any games. Let's just get into the meat and matter, call shit what it is, like stop beating around the bush all the way around, and they did it.
Loved it.
Dog catcher. Catcher.
Let's move on.
Them niggas in Springfield. Oh, DeJuan, what's going on in your home state where they just eating dogs and cats, homeboy? Where they do that at?
Well, first the fuck of all, cats and dogs are delicious. So I don't know what the problem is.
If you haven't had no cats and dogs, you're missing out. Right. I know they said, ooh, they put some lemon pepper on it.
That sent me.
I was like, Black Twitter is too much for me.
My favorite was this man literally pulled out, you know that tinfoil macaroni pan that your grandma be cooking the macaroni and cheese out of? And he had his little labradoodle inside.
Baby. Roast them motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
Tuck a red head underneath that table. I gave him the look.
I love it.
I gave him the look. I'm like, hey, you might be dinner tomorrow.
The one that took me out was the one that you posted on Minoritea Report today. The one with Antoine Dobson said they eat hide your pets. They eat cats and dogs out here.
They eating everybody out here.
Love it.
Like, it is. Oh my god, it's so wild. Like, you can't make this shit up. But just know the whole world collectively was laughing. Kind of nice though. It's kind of nice.
It just
we're in this together.
It definitely plays into the stupidity that exists out there, and there are a lot of people out there in the out in them places that eat that shit up. Like apparently, like they eating cats and dogs. Like they eat all of that shit up. So. Live your life. Let's just get to the polls. Let's get this, this charade and this circus like done and over with. Let's vote Kamala in. Let's, facilitate
with our lives.
So we can move on because this.
Thank you.
After this, there ain't no way that we'll be seeing this buffoon anymore after this. Anymore.
No.
I'm tired.
I agree. Well. Community, let us know what your favorite memes were. Send us some more. I mean, there's too many to even post or repost, but it was a good cackle of an evening. I'm not going to lie. And a day today. Not going to. Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minoritea Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at minorityReport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. But there's a lot of shit that's been going on as well. So, you know what? We're going to do Aunties, Do You Give a Damn? It's back. So, do we give a damn that Taylor Swift actually came out and endorsed Kamala right after the debate last night?
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm going to say it too.
I will say that the only thing that pissed me off about her statement is that she decided to bring in that like AI generated, image of her, which happened like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So like you bringing that in and acting like you haven't seen that for 3 weeks was like kind of weird to me. But I did tell my husband, that little white girl that can't sing, I'm gonna leave her alone for a little bit. Because she did us a solid.
Yeah.
She did us a solid. So I love it.
Yeah, I just for the sheer, listen, I don't put a lot of emphasis on celebrities and who they're voting with for the most part. Like everybody's entitled to their own choices and all that kind of stuff. But I do appreciate when there are people that specifically have like as big of a following as Taylor Swift does. And more specifically, a large lion's share of those folks are not liberal. Yeah. They're not Democrats. They're not like progressive thinking individuals. These are much more conservative, value focusing folks. And so, like I kind of love the shade of knowing that, okay, yeah, you can come to my concert, but no, I'm supporting somebody that you don't like. And like, it's just like, you feed the fact that these people are out there feeding somebody that's supporting someone else and using their platform and using their voice to, support Kamala, which is the right thing to do. I love that. So am I Swiftie? Nah, but she got a couple like,
right. She got
touches.
a couple of these. You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna leave her alone until November 6th.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm surprised I'm reposting this, but count your blessings, Taylor, because that's probably gonna be the only time we do so. But yeah, like especially just the age demographic that she has a pull for too. Like that 18 to call it even 30 is going to be huge. Yeah. And a lot of those first time voters and a lot of those people that have not registered and haven't really been paying attention. Now that old girl, literally I'm looking at now, 9.7 million likes on this one post. Mm-hmm. It's been shared 1.5 million times. That doesn't happen on Instagram, no matter how big a person is.
No. Mm-hmm.
So her drawing her pull, as much as I'm like, okay, it is what it's just not for me as much. It's undeniable. Right. And for her to simply put that post up, because she didn't have to. She could have went quietly to the booth, voted for who she wanted to vote to, her and her cat, and went back home to Travis Kelce. And so, hey, I was a Swiftie for about 24 hours. and kudos to you because it matters. It matters to some folks that are very impressionable. Yeah. And that might not do the due diligence like we want them to, but it might come down as simply as, hey, if Taylor says, okay, I'm going to vote for homegirl. So
I think they said something like she has like a link for you to register to vote on like that's and
her
they said something like 360,000 new registrations for voting took place because of it. Yep. My numbers might be inflated. Please fact check me if you would like to, but I think
you didn't have too many cats and dogs for dinner.
Right.
Just blame it on cats and
A
dogs.
whole 90-minute debate where homeboy was saying some bullshit. 360 sound right.
That sounds about right to me. You can add another zero as far as I care, goddammit.
Right. Some bitches signed up. That's all I know. that weren't signed up a vote.
Yeah.
And I just hope that she continues to promote. She was very instrumental in the last election in terms of encouraging people to vote and whatnot. So definitely give her props for that. I hope that we'll see the same thing this time around.
Yeah,
I agree. Do we give a damn that Shannon Sharpe was fucking live on IG?
You know how you just don't want to see your uncles or aunties like having sex? That's just kind of how it was for me. I'm like, no, thank you.
He was eating more cat than Springfield, Ohio.
Baby. I can't with you.
Yeah.
Listening to the audio of that video made me think of like smelling cocoa butter and body sweat. Like it just, there are certain things that you just don't want to see or hear or be exposed to.
Yeah.
That was kind of me. Like, not a lot of people. I mean, not a lot of people I know. Maybe some people y'all know, but not a lot of people are checking for him in that kind of way, like looking for his news and looking for like sexualizing him. It's almost kind of like the Oprah effect. They're just certain people that just like they're just out there. You don't visualize them in any kind of sexual way.
No.
So
I don't know. He kind of got a body on him. Like
I'm not saying he doesn't, but have you?
Yeah.
Was that something that you were excited to?
No, not necessarily. And you
That's
know what
I'm
got
talking
me?
about.
It was his lisp. That's what got me.
I hate
That's
it.
what
hate
took
it.
me out.
Chuck
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that nigga can't say it wasn't him. That lisp was prominent.
No, I don't like
Baby.
it. I don't like it at all.
just-
And I'm actually very angry that all of these straight people are pushing their agenda on all of us. Like what you do in your bedroom, leave it there.
Keep it in your
Do
bedroom.
not, do
I
not
know. He
subject us to
he
that.
said my phone got hacked. Oh, okay, you accidentally put that shit on live and didn't know that phone was sitting there, Playboy. Come on now.
Somebody
how
said he
how
was
does that
trying to
even-
fight the gay rumors?
I mean, low key in the beginning, I was like, wait a minute, what are we going to be here? Whatever. But like,
With a name like
I started
Shannon.
thinking, I'm not going to name shame him. I'll
Right.
shame him on everything else. I'll shame him on everything else. I know a couple other males.
So I said I ain't getting bleeped this week.
Well, it's still early. It's
Yeah,
still
right.
But I low-key was like just trying to think of the logistics because you just don't accidentally go on live.
No, there's a couple buttons you got to hit.
There's a couple of
There's a
buttons that you have to put.
confirmation,
So
also,
like
yeah.
so I
Yeah,
don't know about that.
She sounded like she was having fun.
Sure did.
There was
said,
a little hot tour going on.
Poppy, Papa, hey, yeah, Papa, and it was the list that took,
Yeah.
it was the list that took me out.
You know, as I was listening to it, I was just sitting there thinking about like, I'm
Wait,
not
how long did you listen though? Did you listen to the whole thing?
No, I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Okay,
I got a couple
I
of
listened
little
way
like,
longer than I needed
Yeah.
to.
me
Yeah.
too.
Exactly. Well, the first part of it, me was listening was just making sure that we were hearing two distinct,
Yes,
binary presenting,
right. Yes. Yes.
vocal representations. That's what I was
You
first
said, okay,
listening
where the
for.
tone levels at?
Because
Hold on.
I was like, I was trying to hear, but it was a lot of moaning and like that kind of stuff
Yeah.
at the very beginning. I was like, what is really going on here?
Mhm.
So yeah, but I can't
You
remember.
listen way longer than we will. Yeah, it's
Way
it is
longer
what it
than I
is.
needed. I was like,
It is what it is.
because I
I
think
get it.
initially I was like, is that? Oh my god, I think that. Yeah, that's what I think. It is.
And I randomly stumbled upon it. Like it had just happened because I was like, okay, let me go out here and see if there's any additional topics to talk about on the podcast tonight. And I was like, why is Shannon Sharpe starting to trend? This is weird. And it was like not even like number one at that point yet. It was sort of like number 6. And I was like, and I clicked on video. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And then I was listening,
Like,
but the second he said like I forget something he said something like, you like that or like.
Wait,
Something he
yeah,
said,
something
and
like
it was
that.
in that tone. I was like, "Damn it, that nigga did it.
That's him. That's him.
That's him."
And honestly, like, I was thinking about like how like I'm not a very vocal person when I'm doing the deed. I'm just not. So you like I'll respond, but I'm not one of those like highly verbal individuals. Like I don't do a lot of like dirty talk and whatnot, and still lay the pipe, but just we ain't got the vocals.
They know it's there. They don't need me to vocalize it.
Right. You feel it.
No.
So
Can you feel it? I know
So I was just
Damn.
like, so when it happened and I stopped listening to it, I was like, that could never be me.
Stupid.
They just be like, why's the phone all live, all silent in the background?
Exactly.
Nigga already busted and went to sleep.
Yeah, all you see is shadows. That's it.
All you, baby, no, all you hear is clap.
All you hear is,
clap.
Wow.
Not gonna lie.
oh, Jesus.
doing?
Oh, Lord God. Okay, we only got through 2 of these. Okay, my bad. We're enjoying ourselves, community.
Yes.
Love it.
Let's see here. Do we give a damn that Beyonce got snubbed by the CMAs?
Yes and no. Yeah, like I expected it, and I think Beyonce expected it, and I actually think that this project that she put out was her proving it, because Post Malone got like 3 nominations.
Yeah. Yep.
Doing the exact same thing. So this was just proof positive of everything that she had claimed in the production of this album. So like I don't care because fuck the CMAs, but at the same time I care because racism.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm in the same boat. Like on one hand, like I understand a lot of the rhetoric out there about like, oh, this isn't a country album, it's a Beyonce album, but a lot of the songs were country in nature. Number 2,
And charted on the country charts, by the way. So then
and
you saying
charted.
the billboards ain't shit then. That's
Right.
what you're saying.
and charted.
Right.
So, like, yes, I'd want to see just that. Like, I don't want to see anybody just giving shit just to be giving it, and no matter how big you are or whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean that the products that you're putting out is of caliber or needs to be like recognized in that kind of way. And quite frankly, it also doesn't necessarily mean that they feel validated by the awards or whatever. So on one hand, I'm just like, it would have been nice for her to be nominated. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't think anybody really expected that to happen, because when you think about like, how how these artists are put up for nomination and what the criteria is and what the voting has to be in order to make that happen. There's a lot of fucking like racism and shit that you got to get through to get to that. It's just like the Oscars in that kind of way.
Right.
It will be interesting to see what happens at the Grammys. I'll say that.
Yeah. Like I'm in the same boat. I was like, I care, but I don't care because she don't need no damn CMA. This album was made for her to open up doors, and for like Shaboozey get nominated as like I think 2 or 3 times and things like that is proving that.
Yep.
Beyonce's like, I don't need that shit. However, Kamala is opening the doors for Shaboozey and Tierra and Tanner and all these other folks. So in that regard, I think that's her CMA. Like she was doing it because they wanted to open the window for anyone else. So they cracked the window to see what the album was about. And in the middle, then Shaboozey came in, ran in with that big ass Jaquan song. So he stole the whole song, but just made it country. I hope Jaquan got a pretty coin. So I think that's it. But then again, it's just these gatekeepers that are just trying to make a stranglehold and prove that they're bigger than a Beyonce or bigger than black people in country. No, ho, we don't need your award. Like, we don't need it. But you're about to see a whole bunch of black people come and bum rush this in the next 10 years because the window's cracked and now we don't beat this shit down. So Beyonce standing in the back like, ha, bitch, you thought it was going to be me. And look behind you, it's like a million of that folks that look and sound just like me now that are taking this shit over now.
So I love your
She
point.
was a guest. She knew she was a guest in the genre. So like, she wasn't trying to claim it as hers.
Well, she wasn't even a guest. She said, we created this shit. How can I be a guest for some shit we created?
That's valid. That's valid.
Y'all guests.
That
With y'all
part.
raggedy ass CMAs.
That part. But
I really appreciate your point, Carell, about the opening doors. Like she really was like the Serena Williams and Venus Williams of country music. Like it's not to say that like Serena and Venus were like the only black people to ever play tennis, but the amount of doors that they opened for black tennis players, especially women, phenomenal. And in the same way, it's not to say that there haven't been other black well-known country artists before, but the doors have been, I don't want to say blown open, but the crack is there, which means that the things start changing.
Our foot is in the dough. You can't close this shit.
I low key would love a little petty moment where like the VMAs are aired and then at the same time Beyonce has a surprise live performance or something like on a completely different channel.
I would do it too.
I would.
Like that's the day she dropped her new album.
Right.
And nobody checking for no dance scene. It
Right.
was a
All
live
the visuals.
reveal
It's
or
a
something.
live, yes.
It's
It has
a
to be
live
live.
drop.
It has to be
Yeah.
live. That would be just like
amazing.
even if it was like an IG live, like, you know, like
Right.
take people away from like watching the actual television and put them on their
Or
mobile
she actually
devices or
drops
whatever.
the visual, even though in her GQ
She
article
said
she
she
said,
ain't
"Man, he's dropping
dropping
no."
shit.
Right.
She
She
said,
said,
y'all-
"Y'all hoes
y'all
ain't
get
getting this."
She said, let it breathe. She said,
She
let
said, "I
it
already
breathe.
told your hoes y'all were the
You
visuals. Now
are
shut the
the
fuck up."
visuals. Leave me alone.
She said, "Don't let me say it again."
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But I agree, it'll be interesting come Grammy time. How they just use her again to get people to watch the Grammys, and of course we're gonna watch it because it's Beyonce, and we want to see if she wins, and then they might snub her again for some whack ass album that ain't that good. And anyway, we'll see. I'll cross that bridge then. Do we give a damn that Sade might be coming back with her first song in 6 years as a tribute to her trans son?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
That's how you
mean,
come back, bitch.
Sade is, there are few people that have ever existed that have been as universally as captivating as Sade. Truly.
Yeah.
There are very few people in the world across a lot of different genres. There are very few people that are just she drops music once every 30,000 years. Like
Right.
you got whole families that have grown up and matured and have families of their own before she will drop another album. But her
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit slaps, and it is timeless. You can listen to her music no matter what album it is, no matter what year and decade it came from. You can listen to it and it still has the same level of resonance and just who she is as an artist, just a pure artist. So yeah, I give a damn. And of course the reason around and the dedication to her, you know, trans kid, it's icing on the cake.
I hate the commentary that Black folks are having on it, like in the shade room and stuff like that.
Oh
comments,
no, what
folks
they said? I
surrounding
don't
it.
even be going to the shade room no more.
It drives me
Yeah.
nuts because I'm like at the end of the day, like just don't listen to the song if you really care that much. But and then on the same note, like I'm like here it is, you have a woman that is supporting their child. And you want to make it a negative thing, like why? Like that is just crazy. But okay, whatever, do you? It's fine. But
Is Sade's music
it's
considered
magical.
old folks music? I think it probably
I mean,
is.
especially since I think especially
It's
since
like
last
well, it's
time
like the
it was in
Quiet
the
Storm.
90s.
It's like Black adult contemporary.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wonder because I don't really know a lot of, you know, young people anymore. I've aged out. of knowing and hanging out with the 20-year-olds. Like,
Yeah.
Right, I know we need to go check in
What
with the
is
Busy
this?
Boys. Busy Boys, do y'all care about Sade? I'll
That's
put
the
this as a
question.
clip or at least send it to them. Busy
Yeah.
Boys.
It's a good
Yeah, we need y'all to
Y'all
chime
give a
in.
damn about Sade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had me at Sade. So I was like, Sade? Yup. I give
Yeah.
damn. Period.
Have you
Point
guys seen her
blank.
in
And then the rest
concert?
of it is just a cherry.
Have you ever seen her in
No.
concert?
Well, no, because you know she dropped every blue moon.
I saw her once,
time-
and I was in Chicago.
Last time she dropped a concert, I wasn't even born.
Hello.
I was, well,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
baby.
Don't take the bait, Devon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't take the bait.
I
Next
went
one.
to, I went to the Sade concert in Chicago, and I went with my then partner and then two of our friends, and we sat in like the 300s like section,
You sat in the 300s.
and it was the last time I sat in the 300 sections.
Stupid.
Not gonna lie, this was 2011 or
so?
12 or something like
Okay.
that. It was like, you know, yeah, it was a while ago. And the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm just like, why am I sitting up here with y'all? That's not like everybody was they were seated. Nobody was really
Oh,
standing.
no.
And I was just like, this
Ooh.
is not the,
You said, is
No.
that Sade down there? Is that
Like-
who is that? Cheryl? Is that
Yeah,
who is that?
Sadie.
Sheree?
Yeah.
not Sheree.
Sheree.
So who is that?
Sade by Sheree.
That. And it still ain't came out.
Not put that on Sade. That is not nice. Sade didn't deserve that.
Low-key, I was this close to buying a She by Sheree t-shirt, which was like $75. I'm not giving this bitch $75 for some shit that she bought from China that got She by Sheree on it. Fuck that bitch.
No.
Nope. Do we give a damn that Kendrick is headlining the Super Bowl?
I love it.
I love the pettiness of it.
I do too.
think it's so funny.
And considering the fact that it's going to be following the Grammys. And so, wait, is it the Grammys that's going to be right before this? No. Is it the Grammys or the American Music Awards?
Yeah, the Grammys are number the beginning of the year. Yeah.
And he has a couple of he's got a couple of nominations for that. So like, I love that he's getting the shine.
Is that petty.
And I feel bad for Drake. Like
if he sang "Not Like Us" for 15 minutes, for 15 minutes, I would be happy. I would be so full.
He about to run that shit back.
Absolutely.
He about to run that shit back.
I'll be so happy.
I want to see what he's going to do. Like, because, like you have so much autonomy in terms of like the presentation, like you look at what Usher did, you look at what Gwen Stefani did, look at what like everybody, what Rihanna did, like with the stage and the production and how they used the people.
Gwen Stefani did it?
Gwen Stefani was on. She did the Super Bowl, but it was her and Missy Elliott, and Missy Elliott took it over. Remember?
Oh, that's right. You're
you know,
right.
you're talking about Katy Perry.
Oh, that's right. I am. Yeah, that's right.
Not the white women getting mixed up.
I mean, but it's me. So it's
look at me over here co-signing. He
said, "No, that was there. Don't speak and all that." Yeah,
yeah, I can see it as clear as day too.
He said, "How's that girl?" Yeah,
yeah. No.
Actually, not gonna lie though, that would be a fire. Halftime
I love
show.
No Doubt.
To be honest with you,
God, I love No Doubt.
So like, I'm very curious to see like what he will do. Like in addition to just the performance of it, his own performance of it on the songs that he chooses. Like I'm very curious to see like how he uses the choreography and the performance value and factor around it would be
because
really,
he's a
really
performer and an artist. Like
Absolutely.
as much as he is a rapper, and he's probably my top 10. Yeah, he's got to be in my top 10.
Yeah,
but he cares about the performance. He cares about the visual. He cares about everything. So I'm excited on that piece. But I'm also excited just how fucking petty this is, and. You knew Jay-Z had to pick him, so does that mean Jay-Z is in this shit too now against Drake? This is wild. This is wild. You know, and then he's going to give homage to New Orleans. Like, I know a lot of people are like, well, why don't you get Wayne? Which, that was my first thought, but just because you're in that city doesn't mean you always have to get that city's artist.
That's
and Jay and Wayne are super close, so I'm sure he might have asked them already, and we don't know the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people are saying that Lil Wayne is just not very dependable on that scale, and it's the Super Bowl. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say that he showing
Maybe
up
he-
high and
Maybe he developed
If
IBS.
Snoop
and
did the
not
Super
on
Bowl,
time.
then they can't say that about Wayne.
That's true. That's true.
But
But
Snoop, the difference is Snoop is about that paycheck though. Like Snoop stay working. He's he is on every single TV show. He is on. He's been on WWE a gazillion times. He's been on all kinds of talk shows. He's been commentating on the Olympics. He stays booked and busy.
He'll get Wayne out there. I hope he gets Janet out there because you know how he sampled anytime, any place on that song.
Ooh, that's
and to kind of give Janet her moment again on the Super Bowl, like because every year is still Janet Day for the Super Bowl halftime show. I think it might be time for her to come back and have Kendrick bring her out.
Do you think she would do it though? Do you think she would do it? I don't think she would do it. I think she'd be like, you know what?
She's had a good past couple of years, and she might just be like, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'll come and do a song and leave it alone.
I hope so.
I mean, I would love to see it, but
mad at it.
I don't think. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to see it, but I don't think that she would do it. Like even if they paid her, like I don't think that she would probably be just like.
Well, she got that new residency, so maybe it's a good promo for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be interesting.
That was fun.
I hope Beyonce comes on stage so that they could do the America Has a Problem remix. That would be amazing.
Could you imagine?
Amazing.
Could
Oh,
you?
God.
That'd be amazing.
Janet and Beyonce?
Oh.
That would be amazing.
Oh. That's a collab that I would actually like to see.
Janet and B.
Yes. If you really think about it, like even if it's just a single, not even part of a record or whatever, but just like a single where they do a collab and they've got a music video where they're dancing it. Baby,
I would have
Little
loved
gay
for.
body can't take it. Even
I
without
got the
it.
tingles.
I would have
like,
loved for Janet to have been
my
on like
God.
the. I would have loved for Janet to have been on the "Dance for You" remix or something like that. Like that would have been amazing if she would have
I can't
been on
even
like
take
"Dance
it.
for You."
I
Yeah,
don't know what to do with my hands.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That would have been amazing.
But yeah, even in one thing I want to say about the Kendrick thing too, even in the promo, he snubbed Drake saying, I forget how the line is, but like pretty much there's no number twos. Like you should have came with your big shit the first time. Like he even snubbed him in the fucking promo. Like it's wild. It's wild. The level of petty. So I'm here for a little pettiness.
I just
let's
need-
see here.
Speaking of petties, really quickly, I need
Yeah.
Nicolita Petty to get out of the argument as well. Nikki Dunn gone on her Twitter rants about the whole situation as well, and I just need for her to just worry
I just need her to
about
sit down.
what's going on in her home.
Go sit down,
And
Hulk
stay out of
Hogan.
grown folks' business. Like,
Now that shit was funny. They called that
Baby.
bitch Hulk Hogan.
talk about face cracked. Like literally for
Baby.
once she had nothing to say.
She had
She was
nothing
like-
to say. Her
she-
friend in the background was laughing.
And she said, what she said was, "I'm gonna block you."
yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that Hulk Hogan wig on. That shit took me out.
That was
That's
hilarious.
Me out. Do we give a damn, which I know we do, that James Earl Jones and Frankie Beverly died this past week?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
both of them hurt my heart. I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
Super sad.
That's just
Yeah.
like black icon, just the history, the wisdom, the things they've seen and been through.
Yeah.
Just
Talent,
gone.
yeah.
But you know what though? That man has lived a beautiful, charmed, rich, fulfilling, powerful, impactful life. And, you know, it's and till like I mean, I don't know what the last part of his life was, and the family didn't disclose like the reasons for his, you know, for his departure and whatnot. But you know, just the fact that he lived to be the age that he was, and he continued to work and continued to be respected, and left such an incredible like legacy. The Oscars
There
better
might not
get it
be
right
any
when they
better
do their
voice out
obituary. When they do their obituary section, they better like they need
better
some
do it
production value for that man.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you can't really
Yeah.
rely on BET awards for, you know.
Stop.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you just mentioning that and the fact that the BET Awards will try to do it just literally made me nauseous.
Oh, damn. Y'all don't do it to the BET Awards. They got a year to figure it out. They got a year to figure it
Okay. Okay, Trump.
out. Stop. They got concept plans. Come on.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, there's no greater voice in entertainment ever. Like he
Except
is
yours.
the voice.
Except
I was
yours.
gonna say you were runner up.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take bronze behind Morgan Freeman. Even.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. There you go. There
It's
you go.
it's
But
those with the bass. It's those
Yeah.
those of us without
You know,
the bass.
Right.
Maybe I might be a
I'm
little
over
bit more
here in my
vocals if my
whistle
balls had dropped a
tones.
little bit more.
Yeah, no, just a little.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little bit. You know. But yeah, and then Frankie Beverly. I mean, and the thing is, like he was on his farewell tour this summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's someone I need to go see. He was on the list of I need to go see.
Yeah.
Damn. And I didn't go see, and here we go, you know. So, I mean, there's no, I mean, it might be the Black Anthem. It's in the top 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Before I Let Go, doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Whoa,
Yep.
whoa! The second you hear that, it's on. The DNA
that
is
is-
happy. So,
Yep.
That is
so
the
for him to
cookout
leave that
anthem
with
right
us,
there. Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to their families. I mean, yeah, that's rough. And
It is rough.
I mean, he was older, but he was only 77, so I'm not sure again if he had any health issues and things like that. But But yeah, both of them made me hurt. And James Earl Jones back in the day, low key was kind of fine. Like if you look at some
not
old
even back
James Earl Jones,
not even back in the day, like as
he
an
aged
old
very
daddy.
well.
Yes.
Right. He said,
With that grimace,
was Mufasa.
baby, with that grimace body, like he could
Honey,
he could get it.
he could get it.
He could get it.
Like, don't look at me that way, James.
I ain't,
With them pretty blue eyes. Don't look at me that way.
just
I ain't
just
getting
say
ready to
just say
just
McDowell's,
defile
and my
the
pen will
dead.
be coming all the way off.
And that deep voice, just say
No.
something in my ear. Just, vibration.
I am your father.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, say it again. Yes, you are.
Ooh, yeah.
Not me, because I said, Luke, I'm your father.
Right? Like, nigga, get out of me.
Sounded like Richard Simmons.
Done.
Oh,
Done.
shit.
Let's see here. Do we give a damn about the new iPhones and the new like AirPods and all that? No, no. I say no, but like I know I'm gonna get it. I already got it in the pre-order, so who am I front on?
Well, you and I, we cycled together because like I didn't get one last year because it was just, like it wasn't enough of a change. So I may end up getting one this year just because I want the faster processing power, and this shit after 2 years is going to be going to like the crapper. So
mine is already starting to. So I'm like, yep, let me go on, pony up this damn $2,000 damn near.
Yeah. There was a point in time, like in my 20s, where I was like, I gotta have all the new technology every single time it dropped. Sign me up for it. And then as I got a little bit older, I was like, much to Dewan's point, I was like, well, it's not really different enough for me to do it. So I'm usually like a couple of generations behind, and then I'll like catch up a little bit, and then I'll let it go. So I have a 14 now, and I'll probably
that's what I have.
keep that until like midway through the 16, and then I'll get the 16, and then they'll be on to the 17. And then it'll be done, so.
Wait, so you get, like, so if you upgrade to this, I can never upgrade mid-cycle to this. If I'm going to get the 16, I want it at the beginning. Yeah. Or I'm going to wait till the 17. Yeah. There's, like, no in-between for me.
I usually wait. Like, I'll wait. Like, I don't get it at the beginning, and I'll like wait April. Until all of the hoopla around it has died down, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'll get it now. And then like I said, they'll be on to the 17, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm a generation behind.
Yeah, now, no, because in my mind, I'm like, damn, we only 6 months away from the 17. I could hold out for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I might as well wait then.
Because
the only reason, if they did not upgrade, because the big feature is Apple Intelligence for this one, and it's only on the 15s and the 16s. Yeah. Even though that shit, it could work on the 14s and 13s and 12s. They just be doing that shit. So that's actually the only reason why I'm upgrading. Because everything else is the fucking same. Yes, I got the little camera button. No, I can push the camera button on my screen. I'm all right. That shit worked for the last 15 years we had iPhones. I don't need this specialized camera button. But I do want Apple Intelligence, just especially for like podcast stuff and everything. I think it's going to make some efficiencies there. Only reason why I'm getting it. Yeah. Only reason.
That's fair.
I agree. I do. I will say that I really do enjoy the UBC. What is it? UBC 3? The
USB-C.
Oh, the USB-C.
Yeah, this thing right here. This one.
Yeah.
Right.
I am excited about that. To finally get rid of these damn lightning chargers.
Let me tell you, baby, the fact that I could be like sitting next to my computer and just unplug my computer and just plug it right into my phone, and that like.
Thank you, Europe, for making Apple do that shit.
Absolutely.
It also grinds my gears that Apple makes us change our chargers like every 5 years, right? Like you have all the same chargers for 5 years, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh, we have this new charger, and now you have to get this, and nothing is compatible to it.
Yeah.
Like this is the only time they got forced to do it because the European Union was like, no, y'all, this is some bullshit. Yeah. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because every other piece of technology has a USB-C. Except Apple.
Yeah.
And now they finally got forced to.
Yeah.
But okay, you know what? Let's move on here because actually I want to do a couple little curiosities with Marko. Since we haven't, I don't know if we did it with him and Tony the first time, but if so, well, we got more. So, what was your queer awakening?
Do you guys remember the movie Casper? from like
Oh
the
my
early
God.
90s.
What was Siwa?
Devin
what was his name?
Sawa.
Sawa. There
Devin
we go.
Sawa. When that little ghost turned into that little boy, I was like, I'm
said something
feeling
tingles.
a little tingly down there. I don't know what it was about him, but I was just like such a fan. And yeah, Devin Sawa was like my queer awakening. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. What's the last rabbit hole thing you've gone down on the internet where you're just like, "Ooh, I gotta like watch all of this"? For example, it could be like the hydroplane smushing stuff, or rug cleaning, or I don't know. Somewhere
You
you're just
know
like,
what
damn, I got.
There's a lot, but you know what I've been watching a lot lately, and if she's listening to this, hello, Florette. Florette sends me all of these videos of like coworkers scaring one another, and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and so I have
Yeah.
literally gone down rabbit holes of like spouses scaring one another,
Yes.
scaring your children, scaring your coworkers, scaring your mom and
Do you
your
be cracking up?
daddy. I be laughing my ass off because of it, because it's just so funny. Like, you just hear it for work, you go to get your cup of coffee, and they scare you. Next thing you know, you wear your coffee, and like you want to laugh about it, but at the same time, you want to beat them up.
Right.
And so it just makes me laugh. So I love it.
Corey be
It's
watching
so
that all the
funny
time, and he be doing that to people. He used to do it to his manager when we lived in Dallas. He has like 5 to 10 clips of them doing it to each other,
Really?
to his manager there.
Hilarious.
And he loves scaring people. He likes being scared, except when I do it, because I know how to get him.
Hilarious.
Most people don't, and so I truly scare him, and then he gets pissed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love it.
I love
Funny.
the scare ones where they're in the car.
Yeah.
And it's like the person
Yeah.
that's like in the driver's seat or the passenger seat, and when their partner gets in or whatever, and they literally like look in the back and they start screaming. The other
They
person
start
starts screaming
It
for no
cracks me
reason.
up.
I like the sleep ones. The sleep ones be getting me, because that shit would scare that would be pissing me the fuck off. Don't
Not
do that
out
to me.
of not out of sleep. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No man.
Right.
Yeah. I love it.
Beard or mustache?
On me, I prefer the mustache, even though my husband hates it. On someone else, I like a beard. Like, I really like facial hair on a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
rank
the Beyonce albums.
You dirty scallywag.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Ooh, so I think Cowboy Carter is by far my number one album. I think it is like one of the best albums that it's like an incredible body of work. I think the content, the singing, all of it is absolutely perfect. So I would say that's number one. I would say Beyonce is number two for me. Self-titled, because I think, again, I just loved that evolution of Beyonce in that moment. It just was next level for me. Number three, I would say, is Renaissance, because Renaissance was just a party. It was a very good time. Number four, I would say, is B-Day, because I think that was just such a moment right there in music.
It was.
And I just love so many tracks off of that album. Oh, God. Next, I would actually say I loved what was the one that she did for The Lion King? I can't think of what it's called.
The Gift.
The Gift. Thank you. I love that album. Slept on album. Incredible
It is a
album.
slept on album.
Yeah.
It
Incredible
is.
album. Next, I would have to say is Four.
Okay.
I love Four. Again, beautiful body of work. After that, I would have to say Crazy in Love. And then
Dangerously in Love.
Yeah, Dangerously in
Yeah.
Love. And then finally, I would have to say I Am Sasha Fierce. Not because I actually think it's a terrible album, because like you got to remember, like Sweet Dreams is on that album. Like it is.
There's some good songs on it.
It's
Yeah.
a really good, but it's probably her most commercial album to me, and that's the one that, like, if I never hear Single Ladies ever again, I would be completely
I don't
okay
mind
with
it.
that.
It still hits me every time for some damn reason. I think it's just a brilliant pop. It's like the perfect pop song to me.
I don't
perfect
disagree
pop
with
song.
that. I just think that every white woman played it at her wedding reception.
Yeah, the white people done took it over. You right on that.
And all the white aunties were like out there dancing to it, and I was like, I just need to be in a place.
That's
where,
all they do the whole time.
That's all they do.
That shit,
All they do
is that
you know,
shit showed up on the fucking Sex and the City 2 movie with Liza Minnelli singing it.
Oh
So
no!
now
I haven't
you
seen this
know
shit.
it's
What
too
in the white
commercial.
Liza
It's
Minnelli is?
It's dead.
Oh damn!
It's so I'm like,
Can't
I'm
tell.
good on that. So yeah,
The
Yeah.
ghetto.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Listen, I'm not mad at that. Pumpkin spice or apple spice?
Can I say neither?
Okay.
Oh,
What's your
yeah.
bold beverage of choice?
I don't like. First of all, I am not basic, so I don't like pumpkin
Ooh.
spice.
Say it again.
and then, and then apple spice. Apple spice is like fine. I do like to go like apple picking and like like to make apple things, but like I'm not like picking it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more of like a peppermint hot chocolate kind of person.
Okay. That sounds delicious to me.
Yeah.
What's a fashion brand you can always find something you love where you're like, you know, if I go in this damn store, I'm gonna buy the whole damn store every damn time. And it could be high, low, doesn't matter, in between.
I mean, if I was talking about like luxury, it's Gucci. I could buy I would live my life in Gucci if I could. I love.
Said,
how-
bury me in the Gucci stuff.
Oh, it's just so garish and just so ridiculous, but like amazing at the same time. So I love that. But like on like a normal like rate, I love Zara. I think Zara is very good. I think they got good stuff.
Yeah.
They get great pieces, and it is hit or miss. Sometimes you can go in there and spend $20, and then sometimes you can go in there and spend $2,000, and it's very
That's a
easy
true
to do
statement.
that. So
Them Zara prices ain't what they used to be. That's for goddamn sure.
yeah,
That's a true statement too.
Ooh. I remember you used to
I'm like,
be able to get
damn.
a little shirt for like, you know, $20-$25, and now like them
No, ma'am.
shits at $75.
You're like,
$75,
damn.
Like what?
$89, and you're like, for this?
How, Sway?
What? For
Yeah.
this little sheer crop top?
Yeah, yeah.
And the wild thing of it is that when you go internet, if you go to Europe and you go to a Zara, like and anywhere in Europe, I was in Spain not too long ago, well back in May, and I was in a Zara. They have the regular schmegular prices over there, so they fucking us over here in the United
really?
States. Yep.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm not saying-
Y'all talking
that
about
Jeff was
them
talking
tariffs that thank you. You
Right.
beat me to the punchline. You beat me to the punchline. I don't like the side of like prices, like because that's like my day job every day. So I know what prices are. I know what companies do. Like I'm all in the data. That's what I know. Thinking strategically for the companies. I'm like, people just don't know that that's not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at that because I'll go into nerd mode. But I'm like, there's just so many factors. And a lot of companies just price gouge because they can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now they're realizing the repercussions too now. But
Yeah.
but it's just like, it's just not, oh, thank you, Brian, for raising the prices. That shit, that's not how that shit work, ho.
Yeah.
It's
It bothers me so bad every time.
in my professional life, we import and distribute for beauty and personal care products. And like even little things like trying to get something from Italy to the United States has gone up for the company in terms of cost. Even little things like storing things for a period of time has gone up in cost. Even little things like the pumps on the bottles of the hand lotions or the shower gels that you're using have gone up in cost. And so it's insane. So
It's wild. But
yeah.
and so we always ask everyone this one too. You know what question it is: Beyonce or Janet?
Oh, honestly, I'm gonna pick Janet because Janet was like my original queen. I loved me some Janet. Love Would Never Do Without You is like my absolute favorite song. I remember that music video and I was like, oh, I know I'm getting out. That music is. That video is just magical to me. Oh, everything about it. It's just so.
Wearing the hairstyle that's coming back now.
That French
The
roll
French
back
roll,
there.
yes, the French
With
twist,
some little
yes.
twisties down here, the
Baby.
bang,
Hey.
baby.
And that
Jaimin
body was
Hansu
bodying.
dancing his little chocolate ass off of
hey.
that music
That.
video. Kevin
And Antonio
Aquan with the
Sabato.
makeup and everything. Antonio Sabato Jr.'s. And that
Which-
whole video is just perfection.
And
to me.
honestly, people forget
Herb,
how
Herb Ritz did that video. Herb Ritz did that
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people forget how like style icon and hair icon Janet has been throughout her
Yeah.
career.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
She came with that little crop top with the jeans that just her jean game was always good too. Like, I'm
Always.
like, you always find
Always.
the perfect damn jean.
Always.
No matter
Yeah.
if it
But,
was like if it's a high rise or a low rise or in between
Right?
or you
Yeah.
know like it's,
Yeah.
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 Like them Guess jeans and Pleasure
Yeah.
Principle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Janet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that whole and then like Rhythm Nation to that whole Janet era.
Yeah.
It was too, it's
perfect.
still too much to this day. I look back and I'm like, she was so fucking pretty. Like
Yes.
she's still fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
But that whoever was doing her makeup in that era, the like browny, bronzy tones that she was.
She was
it's too
just
much.
perfect.
Gorgeous.
It's
So
too
I
much.
would have to say Janet because
I get it.
without
I get
Janet,
it.
there wouldn't be a Beyonce. And
Sure
I,
wouldn't.
yeah,
Sure wouldn't.
I think it's
Well,
her.
they probably would. Beyonce's just that damn good. It probably would. But Janet
Yeah.
had. But here's the thing, though. Same thing we're talking about the CMAs. Janet had to crack some windows, bust down some doors and shit like that for Beyonce to run through that motherfucker. So
Exactly.
yeah, you definitely need a Janet before Beyonce.
Exactly.
Well, Marko, we adore you. You know that. Like, and we see you in regular life. But
I love y'all.
but we appreciate you stopping by and filling in for Miss Henny.
Yes.
Again, tell them where they can find you. Tell them where to find the podcast, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we are on Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media platforms at Pod Relationshit. And then we are in your podcast feeds everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all that stuff. And we are the Relationshit podcast with the Cortellis, and you can listen to all of our new episodes every Wednesday. Check us out for season 10. It's gonna
Yes.
be
Hey.
a hoot and a holla.
A
Yes.
hoot and a holler. You can see it on the DNR app as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm
we
in
haven't
DNR
told-
stuff.
we haven't told
Yeah.
that enough lately. So hey, Derek and Romaine.
Hey.
Yeah, it's on there as well. Yeah.
And by the way, we're recording this on 9/11, which is crazy that it's been 23 years.
Yeah.
That number seems bizarre to me because
Yeah.
it's still fresh, like and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's wild out here. It's wild out here. So stay safe. Anything else on your hearts and minds?
Prostate
Vote.
Cancer Awareness Month.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. And stay up on your doctor visits. Stay up on your doctor's visits. If you're our age, you got to start thinking about like
Colonoscopy. I got mine scheduled for October.
colonoscopies. Yep. You got to
Yep.
start thinking about that stuff. Stay up in your, especially if you have insurance, might as well use that shit because you're paying all that shit out your paycheck every damn 2 weeks, every week or whatever.
Yeah.
Stay up on do your due diligence. But yes, it's definitely Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
And early
So if you're
detection is the
feeling
best form of
anything-
prevention.
And I can
That.
say, as someone who had been diagnosed with kidney cancer back in 2019, that just so happened to accidentally be found by doing an ultrasound for my back. It is very, very important, much to your point, Carell, to get the tests, the blood tests, get your scans, do everything that you can. If you have the insurance, make it happen. Because to your point, Dewan, early detection is the way that you get yourself to this point where you're cancer free and
Ow.
living the best life. So yeah,
Yep.
for
That's
sure.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, community, stay safe out there. We will see you next week. So
Love
wash your
y'all.
hands, your legs, and your ass. Bye.
Bye, everybody.